This systematic destruction of cultural artifacts was not merely an act of barbarism, but a calculated strategy to sever the connection between the people and their ancestral wisdom. By destroying the physical embodiments of this knowledge, the conquerors sought to impose their own beliefs and systems of control. For millennia, the sound of a silver bell has resonated with a power beyond its simple chime. Across cultures and continents, these gleaming objects have held a mystical allure. They are seen as more than just instruments. They are talismans, capable of warding off negativity and even summoning spirits. But what is it about these shimmering, sonorous objects that has captivated humanity for so long? The answer, perhaps, lies in the unique confluence of elements that define a silver bell. There's the tangible, the physical properties of silver itself, a metal long associated with purity and lunar energy. Then there's the intangible, the evocative power of sound, capable of stirring emotions and altering the very atmosphere of a space. This unique blend of the physical and the metaphysical has cemented the silver bell's place in human history, not just as a tool, but as a powerful symbol. From ancient temples to modern spiritual practices, the silver bell continues to hold a unique place in our collective imagination. To understand the silver bell, we must first understand silver. This element, with its lustrous sheen and remarkable conductivity, has captivated humans for millennia. But its story begins not on Earth, but in the heart of dying stars. Silver is born from supernovae, those cosmic explosions that seed the universe with heavy elements. On Earth, silver has been prized since antiquity. The ancients associated its cool brilliance with the moon, imbuing it with mystical properties. It was used not just for adornment, but also for practical purposes. Its antimicrobial properties made it ideal for utensils and medical instruments long before the science behind these properties was understood. Culturally, silver has held a place of honor in societies across the globe. It has been a symbol of wealth, purity, and even divine power. Its association with the moon connected it to the feminine principle in many cultures, further adding to its mystique. From the silver mines of ancient Greece to the intricate silverware of the Victorian era, silver has left an undeniable mark on human history. Its journey from the heart of a star to the palm of our hand is a testament to the interconnectedness of the cosmos and our own existence. A bell, in its simplest form, is a marvel of acoustic engineering. It is an instrument that has been used for centuries, not just for its practical purposes, but also for its symbolic and aesthetic value. Bells have been integral to various cultures and traditions, serving as a call to worship, a signal for gatherings, or even as a means of communication in times of need. It is, in essence, a carefully crafted vessel designed to amplify sound. The process of making a bell involves a deep understanding of acoustics and metallurgy. Each bell is a unique creation, tailored to produce a specific sound that can resonate across distances. The shape of the bell, typically a hollow cup with a flared end, is crucial to its function. This design is not arbitrary, it is the result of centuries of refinement and experimentation. The flared end helps to project the sound waves outward, allowing the bell to be heard clearly even from afar. This form allows for the efficient propagation of sound waves, creating the characteristic resonant tones we associate with bells. The way the sound waves travel through the air is influenced by the bell's shape, size, and material, all of which contribute to its unique acoustic signature. The material used to make a bell also plays a critical role in its sound. Different metals produce different tones, and the choice of material can affect the bell's durability and appearance as well. Bronze, brass, and silver are commonly used, each offering distinct acoustic properties. Silver, with its high density and excellent acoustic properties, produces a particularly clear, bright tone. This makes it a favored material for bells that are meant to produce a pure resonant sound. The clarity of a silver bell's tone can be mesmerizing, capturing the attention of anyone who hears it. This, coupled with its resistance to corrosion, makes it an ideal material for crafting bells designed to last for generations. A well-made silver bell can endure the test of time, maintaining its beauty and functionality for many years. Historical silver bells often remain in excellent condition, a testament to their durability. The clapper, the internal component that strikes the bell's body to produce sound, is another crucial element. Without the clapper, the bell would be silent. The interaction between the clapper and the bell's body is what generates the sound, making the clapper an essential part of the bell's anatomy. The size, shape, and material of the clapper all influence the tone and volume of the bell. A clapper that is too heavy or too light can alter the intended sound, so it must be carefully matched to the bell. The material of the clapper can also affect the sound, with different metals producing different tones. heavy clapper striking a large bell will produce a deep, resonant tone, one that can be felt as much as heard. This type of bell is often used in large spaces, such as cathedrals or town squares, where its powerful sound can carry over long distances, while a lighter clapper on a smaller bell will create a higher-pitched, more delicate sound. These bells are often used in more intimate settings, where a softer, more refined tone is desired. The contrast between large and small bells highlights the versatility of this ancient instrument. The crafting of a silver bell is a meticulous process, often involving generations of knowledge and skill. Each step, from selecting the right materials to shaping and tuning the bell, requires precision and expertise. The artisans who create these bells are not just craftsmen, they are artists dedicated to their craft. From the initial casting of the metal to the final polishing, each step is crucial in creating an instrument that is not just a source of sound, but a work of art in its own right. The finished bell is a testament to the skill and dedication of its maker, a beautiful object that produces a beautiful sound. The process of making a silver bell is a blend of science and art, resulting in an instrument that is both functional and aesthetically pleasing. The call to worship, bells through the ages. The use of bells in religious ceremonies dates back millennia. Across cultures and continents, the sound of a bell has served as a bridge between the earthly and the divine. From the earliest days of human civilization, bells have been more than just instruments. They have been symbols of communication with the spiritual realm. In ancient temples, bells were used to accompany rituals, their resonant tones believed to carry prayers and offerings to the heavens. The sound of a bell ringing through the air was thought to open a channel between the worshippers and their gods, ensuring that their prayers were heard and their offerings accepted. The adoption of bells by organized religion further solidified their place in spiritual practices. As religions grew and spread, so did the use of bells, becoming integral to ceremonies and rituals. Bells were not only tools for worship, but also symbols of the divine presence, their sounds echoing through sacred spaces. Church bells became a ubiquitous sound in medieval Europe, marking the hours of the day and calling the faithful to prayer. These bells were often housed in tall steeples, their chimes resonating across towns and villages, reminding people of the passage of time and the importance of their spiritual duties. The ringing of bells was believed to ward off evil spirits, and the sound itself was seen as having purifying properties. In many cultures, the clear, penetrating sound of a bell was thought to cleanse the environment of negative energies, creating a space that was safe and sacred. In Buddhism, bells are used in meditation and prayer, their clear tones believed to focus the mind and promote inner peace. The sound of a bell can help practitioners enter a state of deep concentration, guiding them on their journey towards enlightenment. The ringing of a bell can mark the beginning or end of a meditation session, or it can be used during the practice to bring attention back to the present moment. This simple act of ringing a bell can have profound effects, helping to center the mind and bring clarity to one's thoughts. The use of bells in religious contexts is a testament to the power of sound to evoke a sense of awe, reverence, and connection to something greater than ourselves. The sound of a bell can transport us to a different state of mind, one that is more attuned to the spiritual and the divine. Whether used to mark a sacred time, call the faithful to worship, or simply create a space of tranquility, bells continue to play a vital role in spiritual practices around the world. Their enduring presence in religious ceremonies is a reminder of the timeless connection between sound and the sacred, a connection that transcends cultures and generations. Bells of power, from alchemy to Wicca. Beyond their religious significance, silver bells have long been associated with esoteric traditions and magical practices. These small yet powerful instruments have been revered across various cultures and epochs for their unique ability to bridge the physical and spiritual realms.
Alchemists, those early seekers of spiritual and material transformation, viewed silver as a metal imbued with lunar energy. The moon, with its mysterious and ever-changing phases, was believed to hold great power, and silver, as its earthly counterpart, was thought to channel this energy. They believed that silver bells could amplify this energy, making them valuable tools in their rituals and experiments. The clear, resonant sound of a silver bell was thought to purify the air, dispel negative influences, and create a sacred space conducive to their transformative work.
Wicca and other forms of modern witchcraft, silver bells are often used for their cleansing and protective properties. These practices, which draw on ancient traditions, see the bell as a means to connect with the divine and the natural world. The ringing of a bell is believed to clear negative energy from a space, much like a spiritual sonic broom. This act of cleansing is essential in preparing a space for ritual work, ensuring that only positive energies are present. They are also used in rituals to invoke deities, mark transitions, and enhance the focus of the practitioner. The sound of the bell serves as a call to the divine, a signal that the ritual is beginning, and a means to maintain concentration and intention throughout the practice.
Secret societies throughout history, often shrouded in mystery and intrigue, have also incorporated silver bells into their practices. these groups, which operated in the shadows, used the bell's sound to communicate covertly, signal meetings, and mark important moments within their secretive rituals. The reasons for this vary depending on the specific society, but often involve the bell's symbolism of secrecy, communication, and the transition between different states of being. The bell sound could signify the opening of a meeting, the passage from one phase of a ritual to another, or the presence of a higher power.
The use of silver bells in these esoteric traditions highlights their versatility as spiritual tools. Their clear, pure tones are not only pleasing to the ear but also serve as powerful conduits for spiritual energy. Whether used to cleanse a space, invoke a deity, or simply enhance a ritual, silver bells continue to hold a place of power and significance in these often misunderstood practices. Their enduring presence in both ancient and modern spiritual traditions speaks to their timeless appeal and the universal human quest for connection with the divine. Across the ancient world, from the rolling hills of Ireland to the towering temples of Asia, bells have played an integral role in human civilization. These were not mere instruments of timekeeping or religious ceremony. They were acoustic masterpieces, carefully crafted to resonate with specific frequencies that could influence both the environment and human consciousness. Many of these bells, particularly those housed in sacred spaces, were believed to possess healing properties. The vibrations they produced were thought to harmonize the body's energy field, promoting well-being and even curing ailments. This understanding of sound as a potent force of nature was widespread in ancient cultures. Sadly, the majority of these ancient bells have been lost to time. Wars, plunder, and the insatiable hunger for precious metals led to their destruction and melting down. We are left with fragments, whispers of a forgotten technology that harnessed the power of sound to heal and elevate human consciousness. The loss of these bells is not merely a cultural tragedy, but a profound loss for our understanding of ancient wisdom and the true potential of sound. The Great Bell Melt, silencing the voice of antiquity. The destruction of ancient bells was not always driven by sheer greed or material gain. There seems to have been a more insidious agenda at play, a desire to eradicate ancient knowledge and suppress alternative forms of healing. During times of war and conquest, bells were often among the first casualties. Melted down and recast as weapons, their destruction served a dual purpose. It not only provided material for warfare, but also effectively silenced the voice of the conquered culture. The resonant frequencies that once filled their temples and healing centers were silenced, replaced by the discordant clang of war. This systematic destruction of cultural artifacts was not merely an act of barbarism, but a calculated strategy to sever the connection between the people and their ancestral wisdom. By destroying the physical embodiments of this knowledge, the conquerors sought to impose their own beliefs and systems of control. The loss of these ancient bells is a stark reminder of the fragility of knowledge and the importance of preserving ancient wisdom from the ravages of time and the destructive tendencies of humanity. What made these ancient bells so special? Their power lay not just in their audible sound, but in the subtle frequencies they generated. These vibrations were believed to resonate with the natural world and with the energy centers within the human body. Ancient cultures understood that everything in the universe is in a state of vibration. Bells, with their carefully calculated shapes, sizes, and metallic compositions, were designed to manipulate these vibrations. Specific tones and harmonics were thought to correspond to different energy centers, known as chakras in Eastern traditions. The ringing of these bells was akin to an acoustic acupuncture session. The vibrations would travel through the air, penetrating the body and stimulating healing responses. This understanding of sound as a therapeutic tool is echoed in various traditional healing practices around the world. Yet modern science often dismisses these ancient practices as mere superstition. Could it be that we have lost touch with the profound understanding of sound and its potential to heal and transform? The answer, I believe, lies hidden in the ruins of our past and the silenced voices of ancient wisdom. The frequency shift from harmony to discord. The destruction of ancient bells parallels another curious shift in our modern world, the controversial change in musical tuning from 432 Hz to 440 Hz. This seemingly minor adjustment has profound implications for the way we experience music and, some argue, for our very consciousness. Many musicians and researchers believe that music tuned to 432 Hz is more harmonious and resonates with the natural world. Some even claim that it has calming and healing effects. In contrast, the 440 Hz tuning, adopted as the standard in the mid-20th century, is seen as harsher and more jarring. Could this shift in tuning, like the destruction of ancient bells, be part of a larger pattern of suppressing knowledge and manipulating human consciousness? Is it a coincidence that this shift coincided with the rise of mass media and the increasing control over information? While more research is needed to understand the full implications of this frequency shift, it raises important questions about the hidden forces that shape our reality and the subtle ways in which we are manipulated through sound and frequency. Imagine a world where the ringing of bells could mend broken bones, soothe troubled minds, and even ward off disease. This might sound like fantasy, but for our ancestors it was a lived reality. The art of sonic healing was once a cornerstone of ancient medicine. Temples and sacred sites were strategically positioned over energy vortexes to amplify the healing power of sound. The bells within these structures were not merely decorative, but served as intricate instruments of sonic therapy. The specific frequencies produced by these bells were believed to harmonize the body's energy field, restoring balance and promoting well-being. Ancient texts from various cultures speak of the healing power of sound. From the chanting of mantras in Hinduism and Buddhism to the Gregorian chants of medieval Europe, sound has long been recognized as a potent force for healing and spiritual transformation. The systematic destruction and silencing of these ancient bells represents a tragic loss for humanity. We've been cut off from a powerful form of healing that was once readily available to all.